Hello everyone, this is Randy here again, and we are playing some Minecraft. We're playing on the Feed the Beast pack, Direwolf 20, 1.7. And we're just in kind of my AE room here, as I'm calling it. Got our CPU here, or controller. It doesn't really have to be this big, I just kind of built one like this that I thought looked kind of fancy. Energy acceptor, energy cell. And then it's got our panels here, crafting terminal, another crafting terminal, and on this side we got the crafting stuff, auto crafting stuff. Yes, I thought I'd show you guys how I've done auto crafting for the presses. So, for example, to get the logic processor, actually I got quite a few of those. Probably don't need any of those. Let's see, what do we got for the diamond ones? I think those are engineering, if I remember correctly. Yes, they are. Quite a few of those too. Calculation? Oh, I got a lot of calculation. We'll make some logic processors then. We'll always need lots of logic processors. Okay, where's my auto crafting? Yeah, I just got on the server here. I don't know why, but sometimes when I just log on, it's like it's got an update here. So, pull one of those out, put it back in. There we go. Seems like it needs to update for some reason. It's actually making one. Okay. It's making processors. I'm not sure why. I must have a... Oh, I do. Okay, I've got 7 of them to make yet. Apparently my chunk loader must not be working or something, because this area is supposed to be chunk loaded. That must be the 100 I requested before I logged off here last time. I logged off whenever that was. Logic. So yes, as you can see, I got the auto crafting option for them. And what I've done here, pretty basic. We got the inscribers. Folks that have played with applied energistics will know there's obviously 4 different types. You got the silicon press, calculation press, logic press, and then you got the engineering press. So what I've done, I've got 4 inscribers here lined up. Each one, creates the different type of press. Silicon, calculation, logic, and engineering. And then next to them I've got an interface with the correct pattern next to it. So silicon. So this one here will create the silicon presses. This will create the calculation and logic, engineering, etc. And then over here on the end I got the last one. This is creating all the other ones. So creates the calculation processor, calculation or logic processor, and engineering processor. And those are made with, obviously, the redstone and the printed silicon. So, is that done yet? It is. Okay. We'll just request 10 of them. We're going to need 10 gold. We're going to have to create or craft 10 logic circuits. I don't think, it's not going to actually show you what it needs for the silicon. Just to make sure I got silicon. I should. Yes, I do. I got quite a bit of silicon. So we'll just create, we'll just create 20, I'm sure. That should send the process over to the CPU here. This is the only CPU I have the crafting monitor on. I've got to make 2 more of those yet so I can actually finish that. What it should be doing over in the logic processor here, it's dumping gold in here. And by the way, I got a Ender IO conduit on the backside, pulling this out and dumping it into the interface. Just to show you guys what I've done here if I got a conduit. The floor does not look good if you got conduit or the wrench in your hand, by the way. You can kind of see all my connections down here. So, what I've done, I just simply have this. I've got an extract and put it on, always active, basically. And then I've got this on insert mode. So it's pulling the logic processors out of here, the finished ones, and dumping them back into the interface, and then the interface simply accepts them back into the AE system. Once that happens, they then go over to this inscriber. It's got the actual finished pattern in it. puts the pressed logic processor in it, logic circuit, circuits I guess they're called. The printed logic circuit, it puts it in there with redstone and silicon. The redstone, I have simply a export module on the back of this thing. I don't know if I can show you this or not. Yeah, no I can't, just because of the way it works. And then I have another export module on the bottom, putting printed silicon in. And for that export module, I have, I can probably hop under there maybe. Let's see what would be a good way to do that. Interesting. There should have been a tile there, I would think. Anyway, yes, here should be the export module here. Hopefully you guys can see this okay. And what I simply have, it's exporting printed silicon. And you got to put the crafting card in there, so that will allow this export bus to craft printed silicon. And then just got an acceleration card in there to kind of speed, the whole process up. Put that back. Apparently I must be missing a marble block there, because I don't see one in my inventory. See one in the AE there, that's kind of weird. Let's see, that should have been, I think that was those, if I remember correctly. So there we go. That's basically how my auto processing system works for making the circuits. Hopefully I explained that okay, so it makes sense to you guys. If not, let me know. I can try it again. It took me a couple of attempts to build this and make sure it actually all worked properly. The thing with these inscribers, obviously, you need the press on the top. But then whatever you're pressing, it needs to be inserted on the side of it. So that's why the ME interfaces are on the side. That is pretty much an absolute must. And then over on this side, obviously the printed silicon needs to be inserted on the bottom. That's why the export bus is on the bottom. Redstone is on the back side. You guys can't quite see that. It's covered up there. And then the finished product is getting pulled off the side here. So that's what, if I can get on it. Yeah, extracting the finished circuit on the side there. And then whatever it's making gets inserted in the top. So calculation, logic, engineering, whichever one it needs, it's inserted on the top. And yeah, don't worry about inserting these. These automatically get inserted. I don't worry about the auto crafting part. You could probably get that to work with this auto crafting process bit here if you wanted to. But I kind of just took the easy route and used export buses to actually export redstone and silicon into here. And yeah, because it only accepts one, you should really only have maybe 1 or 2 silicon in the system, so it's not going to waste it. There's actually 6 of them. Must have made a few more than what it needed. Not sure why that, unless I had a bunch in there too, maybe that's possible. Yeah, generally speaking, it shouldn't make a whole lot more than what it needs to put printed silicon in here. And as you can see, the system is quite fast. I already made 20 of them. They all have acceleration cards in them, 3 each, so I think they're pretty much as fast as they can go. I don't think they can go any faster that I know of. Yeah, I don't think they stack, do they? I never actually tried. No, they don't. So anyway, we'll dump those conduits back on there, put the logic processors in there as well. My magnet back on, I'm not sure why I had that off. I've also got a wireless terminal now, which is apparently not working. Linked. How come my terminal here ain't working? Interesting. Possibly the receiver up there ain't working, or I need to relink this thing maybe. Linked, okay. I got a wireless charger, by the way, that's why this is charged. Ah, there we go. Must have just had to relink it there. This thing is connected, by the way, in case you're wondering about that. You can see it cable running under the floor there, going to my processors, and then my entire molecular assembler. For those of you who ever played with the older version of Applied Energistics, this is the new assembly process, auto crafting mechanic for Applied Energistics. So you got molecular assembler chamber things. And then you've got interfaces, and these interfaces is where you put the crafting recipes. Now, I don't actually have any in here yet. Must be a blue slime up there, I take it. Like, I keep seeing blue particle effects. What in the world? Yeah. Got my crystal growth accelerators. Don't use this too often, but every now and then. And what I simply have here, I've got one of those black toggle switches under here. I can break this one. I can probably, yes, there it is. Break that one. You guys can hopefully see that right there. Toggle bus. So that switches these on and off. They take quite a bit of power, so that's why I got them off. Turn them on. Obviously, they light up and start emitting lightning bolts. Anyway, this episode, I just thought I'd start by showing you guys this, and then we're going to go up and kill that slime in a minute. And then I'll show you guys my elevator as well. I've more or less got that working. As you can see, it's up on, that'd be the second floor there at the moment. Still need to work on the third floor yet. It is, I mean, as you can see, it's kind of roughed in, but that's about as far as it's gotten. Yeah, there's a blue slime island up there, by the way. That's why they keep coming in. Well, you must have nailed that one just right to actually land in here. Let's see. Should be able to dump that right in the system. Perfect. And then we'll head to the basement. And I have 6 acceleration or speed upgrades in here. So as you can see, it does drop quite fast. It actually drops so fast you actually can't, keep up the falling with it. Why am I stuck here? Okay. Yeah, it's kind of funny. The elevator goes down faster than what you can fall. Anyway, my next project is going to be to move this entire system up in my house here. This is kind of my processing station, if you will. Got the painting machine, thermal expansion stuff. My entire processing system for my ores. If there's anything in there or not, just seen it light up. Yeah, there went some silver ingots, so it dumps all the ores in here. Goes through the sag mill. Got an alloy smelter there and another alloy smelter there. To actually keep up with the sag mill, so. Ignis extruder. Makes cobblestone if I need it. And then I got another alloy smelter there making smooth stone if I need it. Got another crafting terminal down here. Now that was a mighty long cable I had to run. Just to show you guys that. Sapling, interesting. Yes, there goes the cable to that. This cable runs all the way up to my house. It's an ME dense conduit, by the way. Not sure why it's showing it in. It must be because of the energy conduit that it's actually showing energy. Shouldn't actually be any energy in the dense conduit, I don't think. And then, yes, there it goes all the way up to the house. I think I can actually get up here. It goes up through the water here. And that says, ooh, okay. That could be a problem if I don't get out of here fast. Yeah, I don't have any protection as far as being underwater in this suit, so... Flux armor doesn't actually do much for that. And I do need to finish putting something around this elevator too. I haven't quite decided what yet. Probably some wood or some type. I could just actually fall down there. Oh, actually, you know what? This is the first main floor. That was a fast up and down. Okay, back to the basement. It is quite fun to run this elevator. Does use a lot of air though, and I'll show you guys that too, what I've done for air. Obviously, elevator base, it actually goes all the way down to bedrock. That's actually seems to be how much I had to actually have to get it all the way up there to the roof. And we are considering, I didn't actually check the height, it is quite a high Y level once you go all the way up to the top there. Yeah, bedrock all the way up to, it's probably Y level 100 if I had to guess. I do have a pressure chamber here. Unfortunately, it does not work. It seems to bug out every time. It gets up to 4 pounds of pressure. Or even 3.5 pounds. 3.5, 4 pounds of pressure. And then this pressure chamber valve seems to stop working. Just starts leaking out. Don't know why. I've tried and tried and tried. I've changed the position of this chamber valve. I've moved it over here. Put it underneath. Moved it over here. Put it on top. Doesn't matter. Once it reaches about 3 pounds of pressure, it stops working. And unfortunately, this elevator base needs exactly 3 pounds of pressure. So, I have it completely out of the loop now, by the way. This pressure chamber, don't need it at all. Elevator base, I've got 16 volume upgrades in it, so this elevator base holds a lot of air by itself. Now, does it tell you how much? 90,000 milliliters, I guess it is. This thing obviously holds quite a bit more. 433,000 milliliters. Assuming that's milliliters. I'm not 100% sure on that. Just guessing there. And just hooked up with a compressor. This is the flux compressor, runs off of, redstone flux. Power cable to it there. And then I've got it set on low signal. And I got the pressure gauge here. Basically what the pressure gauge does, it emits a redstone signal based on the amount of pressure it has. So, it should get up to 4.5 pounds of pressure and shut off. Every redstone is a half a pound. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That don't seem right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Why am I not counting that right? 9. I was going to say, there should only be 9 of them here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. 9 pieces of redstone. It's like I knew there should have been 9, not 10. Because 9 pieces of redstone will equal 4.5. Because each redstone is a half a pound of pressure. Or half a bar of pressure. I guess it's actually measured in bars. I'm used to pounds. Working on, normal compressors, it's usually measured in foot-pounds. Don't have any speed upgrades in this. I probably should, and I'll probably work on those. If you folks have never crafted speed upgrades, though, for pneumatic craft, it is a pain in the butt to make them. How close is it? 4.4. Yeah, so once it reaches 4.5, this piece of redstone here should light up and shut off the compressor. If you don't shut off the compressor, by the way, you start blowing stuff up. Because once it reaches... Oh, this one, it can actually go up to 20. I'm pretty sure it's 5 for the elevator base. Yeah, so once you get to 5 for the elevator base, something over there is probably going to blow up. And this pressure tube, by the way, is 5 bars as well. So once you get up to 5 bars, your pressure tube, something's going to blow. Either your tube, elevator base, whichever one it is, something's going to go somewhere. Close yet? Yeah, it's up to 4.5 bars. Probably got to give it a little bit more. Just because it says it's 4.5 doesn't mean it actually is 4.5 yet. It's kind of one of those funny percentage things where it's close enough to be 4.5, but yet it's technically not 4.5. And I always have trouble getting up this hole here. There we go. Tree farm is still working great. Still providing lots of power. I don't recall last time I showed you guys this, but I do have 3 banks of Stirling generators now. Should be a total of 3,000, oh actually 4,000 RF. I think it's actually 3,600 RF or something like that. And what I actually have over here, I've actually got survivalist generators burning up the excess saplings. There's nothing in that one, nothing in that one. And then I've got a culinary generator burning up the excess apples. And these 2 here, by the way, are burning peat. Apparently there's no peat in here. And by peat, I mean the forestry peat stuff. Something must not be working. I got a full tank of sludge. Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, Harvester here creates sludge. That's getting pumped over to my tank here. So what's wrong with my sludge boiler? It's set on extract. Didn't break a tube here somewhere, maybe, did I? Conduit has power, right? Yeah, there's a lot of conduits under here, by the way. full, energy's full, idle. Don't know if that'll make a difference or not. Extract. Okay, I think I know what the problem is here. Should be on in-out mode. There we go. Now I bet you it's running. You don't want to get near that thing, by the way. It'll give you wither or poison. Poison. And hunger. How nice. So yeah, anyway, that's burning up the excess sludge there, which actually creates peat. And all these empty spots are actually where peat would be. Oh, you just seen one get created there. And it went into that one. And it actually creates enough peat to run both of these survivalist generators here. And fortunately, it looks like I must have clicked something wrong when I was doing something down there. Changed it to extract mode instead of in-out mode. That pipe is actually pulling in and it's pulling, yeah, get this straight here. It's pulling out and putting in. So, in-out mode. So we should actually probably be creating a little more power now, probably about 4,080 if that other generator gets going. It'll definitely take it a while to run through that tank, that's for sure. Yeah, it's kind of my idea behind the soul system. Nothing goes to waste, and I mean nothing. Hopefully. I've actually got 4 generators burning saplings. I might have to actually increase that to 5 yet, maybe. It actually looks like it might be keeping up at this point. Occasionally I'll get some excess saplings, so these things are usually quite full. Culinary generator definitely has no trouble keeping up. Definitely not enough apples getting generated for that. And what I've got for the pipes, the conduits down there, I've got the priorities. The barrels here have a higher priority. And then these have a lower priority. So it goes into the barrels first. If the barrels can't accept it, it then goes into the generators here. And if that can't accept it, on an even lower priority, I've got the trash can. So, general idea being nothing can actually go in here. Hopefully. I want everything getting, burned up. That's excess. Create as much power as possible. So yes, folks, one tree farm, we're creating 4,000 RF. That's a serious amount of RF generation, if you ask me. I've actually got a second harvester on this side. A bigger tree farm here seemed to necessitate that need for that. As you can see, the one harvester actually does not keep up. And I did notice one thing. Once I started pulling the sludge out of these, and I'm not sure why it's not getting pulled out of the one over here. It should be. May just be the tank is full over there. It seems like once you pull the sludge out, it does run much better. Extract. Okay. Let's see, we need to extract. Active a signal, always active. Let's see, will you pull out now? I'm curious why my sludge isn't getting pulled out of this one. Let's see if we can troubleshoot that in a minute. We did have a server crash here a while back. Actually, a while back, having a couple of them here. This thing is pretty well full, so that might be why it's not pulling out. This one is empty, though. Yeah, we'll just get out of there. I have no interest in being in there. That should be insert, yes. Follow the conduit down here. Does not seem to connect. That's interesting. Let's see what's here. Can we force connection? That did not force connection. That's making it worse. Okay, let's click on that one. We're definitely not making the situation better, are we? Oh, there, we got that one back. Got that one back. Hey, there we go. Now, I'm just missing my item conduit. Got that back. And now I just need my power conduit back. Okay, I think we got it, folks. Got everything connected there, right? That would be why our sludge was not getting pulled out there. Looks like that might need to be connected up there. Let's go up top for that, though. Okay, now I was planning on building a mob grinder here this episode, but that is not happening. We're busy fixing random stuff here. There we go. I think we got everything good now. I hope. Let's just take a wander back over here and double check that. Yes. Sludge is empty. Okay. That's full. Okay. Put that in the hay system then. Anyway, let's get started on the grinders here in a moment. Don't have a whole lot of time left. We're going to build Mine Factory Reloaded grinders. So we're going to do machine frame. 4 gears. That was 7. Okay, that was, yeah. I'm not sure. A bit of lag there, I guess. Invar. Ooh, do I have Invar? I need 4 of those. So I do have enough Invar. Excellent. Books. May or may not have books. Let's find out. Ah, ran out of paper. Okay. Reception coil. We're going to need 4. We're going to need some more tin gears. 8 to be precise. See, I'm not sure how much I have for plastic, but actually probably enough right there. Got enough for 1. Now we need books. Okay. So one thing I do not have is an automated farm for sugarcane. Okay. Back to my underground home, as I call it. Let's see, do I have a manual crafting chest here? Yes, I do. Ah, it's a tinker table. Okay, that's not a crafting table. Ah, that's funny, I don't have a crafting table. Okay, I'll just have to clear this one out, I guess. It said clear out. You know clear out. Okay. Stubborn, fine. That seems to be an issue with it, chunk loading and unloading. Like I went back to there, and now it's going to be stubborn and probably take a minute to figure out which end is up, and it might work again. So yeah, I guess with that, folks, we'll call it an episode there. Going to work on making 4 grinders. And I'm going to work on making a mob farm. Probably make it over in like this corner or something. Keep it ways away from some of my stuff a little bit. I'm going to make it with cursed earth. Come on, update. Yeah, so I'm going to make it with cursed earth. Going to just put some grinders in it. Make some mob essence and, you know, get hopefully the loot from them. So yeah, if folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching and until next time.